Hi, welcome to my channel, Grannie Anie Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to do the rose flower that's part of our spring ring. There's a pink one, a light pink one and a dark pink one. This is a blue rose that fits just there. And today we're going to do another pink one, but you can make them in any colour that you like and join them to your spring ring. There's other videos on my channel that show you all the other flowers that are here, daffodils and daisies, and how to cover the ring. So yeah, check out the links below. The other videos on my channel. You can also find the blog on grannyanie.com, and then you can click on the links and it will help you easily navigate my YouTube videos. So yeah, today we're going to do the rose, which is also lovely. There's like a hair scrunchie or a grip like this one. Very nice. So yeah, let's do the rose. Today I'm using Bellissima double knitting by Stylecraft. It's a lovely soft pink double knitting yarn. It's acrylic, and I'm using a 4.5 hook. So you can always look on the ball band here and it will tell you what size knitting needles or crochet hook you need. So it's a 4mm. But yeah, try out your yarn with your hook and see if it gives you the desired tension and flow of the yarn. So to start, we're going to tie our yarn to our hook with a slip knot. Then we're going to chain 20 for the rose. So chain stitches around, down and through, around, down and through. If you're a beginner, the way I hold my yarn is thumb and forefinger on the bit of work that we've just made, and then the next two fingers of the same hand clamps my yarn. So my hand that I write with is just got the hook, and then my other hand is holding it like that. So thumb and forefinger clamping the yarn, and the next two, thumb and forefinger holding the work, and the next two fingers clamping the yarn, and then I can get a nice flowing motion with my writing hand holding the hook and pulling the yarn over and down through, yarn over, down through. And this is the chain. It's called a starting chain at this point. It can also be called a turning chain in a piece of work if it's helping you to turn your work. But this is helping us start our work, and we're doing 20 of these chains. And again, if you're a beginner and you find it all fingers and thumbs for a little while, keep going, you'll get it. But you can also put the yarn over and then clip that up and over, so it's like a leapfrog motion with your thumb and finger. Sometimes that's easier just while you're getting started, but yeah, to get faster, thumb and forefinger next to, and then or hold it the way, if you've been knitting, hold it the way you knit, but loosen up if you're a knitter, because crochet you need these lovely big holes to be able to work into. Whereas knitting, you need to keep your tension tight. Crochet, you need to keep it a bit on the loose side. So yeah, we're just doing a chain of 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I've gone a bit over because I've been chatting. So just take your hook out and pull, and then you can come back to where you were. And the beauty of crochet is you're only ever picking up one stitch when you frog back. So yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 18, 19, 20. So there's our starting chain. Next we want to chain 2 and double crochet back along this end. So I'm going to chain 2 further, and then I'm going to double crochet down into the base of that chain 2, so 3 away from the hook. Double crochet is round and in, round and work 2 off, round and work the other 2 off, and then chain 2 and double crochet down into the next one along. Chain 2 and double crochet down into the base chain. We're just going to do this all the way along, so we're going to have more stitches than our starting chain, and then we're going to fill these holes with all these lovely ruffly petals. So just go all the way along your starting chain with a chain 2, double crochet, and I'll meet you at the end. Right, so I've crocheted chain 2, double crochet all the way along my starting chain, which as you can see is already curling because there's now more stitches on the outside than there is in the middle, and that's what's going to help our rows curl round. So we're going to fill all of these holes that we've created with our chain 2 double crochets, and we're going to fill them with 8 double crochets and a chain 2. So they're going to have lots of stitches in these holes. That's going to make a beautiful rose. So we're going to chain 2 to start, and then we're going to do 8 double crochets into this first gap that we've created. So the double crochets wrap around and in, so we're going right into the hole, wrap around and back out, wrap around and work 2, wrap around and work the next 2, and that's 1 double crochet done. And we've got another 7 to do because we want to fill this with 8 double crochets. This is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, we've just done 8 double crochets into that first hole that we created. Now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to go 8 double crochets into that hole, 8 double crochets into that one, chain 2, 8 double crochets all the way along. So we're going to have lots of stitches all the way around our rows. So 8 double crochets into there, round, work them off in 2s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, Just really squeeze the stitches into the gap because they've all got to go in there and they've got to ruffle up. So it will feel like there's way too many stitches for the gap that we've got, but that's what creates the rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that one, and then chain 2, and then 8 double crochets into the next. And you need to do that all the way around all of these gaps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more gaps that I'm going to fill with 8 double crochets and chain 2. And I'll see you when I've done that. When you've filled all of your gaps with 8 double crochets and chain 2 to skip the onto the next one, on the very last one, chain 2 and then slip stitch it to the end to finish off. The slip stitches, you just bring it down through everything that's on the hook and then cut your yarn, leave it a nice long tail so you can sew it together. Bring the yarn down through and just give it a tug to secure it for now, but you will need to sew in your ends. So then we're left with this curly whirly piece of crochet. And then what you want to do is start curling it in on itself. So you want to just take it around and untwirl the starting chain as you go, and you can see the rows starting to form before our very eyes. And then we have our rows. So you just need to take a sewing needle for wool, find your end again. Where's it gone? There it is. Pop that onto the sewing needle. And once you're happy with how your rose looks, obviously if you pull it tighter, it'll be a smaller rose with more ruffles. So you just make it smaller like that. Or if you want it a little bit more spread out, just spread your petals where you want them. When you're happy, sew all the way down through your rose and then back out again and then down all the way through again. So you're securing all of these excuse me, rows of rose all the rose petals, and that's it. And then you can use the other end to secure your rose further. So go up through and then down, back again, and then you'll have 2 ends at the back of your flower. I would just knot it, double knot it a couple of times, and then you can either cut them off at this point or you can use these to secure your rows to different items. So you can make a really posh paper clip, just sew that round and around a few times like that and secure it, and maybe even with a little bit of glue. So you've got a posh paper clip. Or pop your rose on a hairband to sew it onto there and secure it on a nice hairband. So there's our beautiful little rose that we've just made in a nice dusky pink. So we could add it to our floral wreath, as well as all the other funky things that I've just said, like paper clips and hairbands. So if you've liked my tutorial today, it'd be great if you could hit the like button and subscribe and tell all your friends about my lovely channel. Check out grannyanie.com and you'll find written patterns for all of these flowers and links to all my YouTube videos for all the other flowers that are on this wreath. So I hope you've enjoyed the flower tutorial on the rose. Really nice hair piece. And I'll see you next time.